if your leads are showing up and not spending money with your client, it's going to be shaky territory no matter what, right?
Yeah.
But you've got like a few ticks. How do I even talk for a living? You've got
how
a
do
few
you write
I
typos, ticks?
don't understand how I function.
We already don't know how you function. Yeah, I don't.
Neither
It's a
do I.
miracle.
Like but tips and tricks on how to get your clients like show up and actually like to buy from your client, right?
Yeah.
Because that's like the biggest challenge. At least like with my bike shop, I would get like one sale every 2 weeks. He's like, Jeff, this is the best fucking marketing campaign in the world. But like most people don't have that type of relationship with their clients spending 10 grand, right? So how do you get people to showing up and ultimately buying from your client?
Yeah. So we briefly talked about the training that I do for the front desk. It's really important. Just assuming you're going to give them a script and it's going to work doesn't work that way.
I wish
I actually,
know.
It doesn't work that way. So if the client's local to me, I will drive and go do this. If they're not, we'll do it over a Zoom call. I literally walk all of the front desk through the leads process from beginning to end. So because I promise you, if you go call your clients and talk to their front desk, ask them if they actually know what the ad looks like or what it says or where they're really coming from. No, they probably just think you're shooting them a name and number and they have to answer it. Yeah. I bet you that's 90% of the case. But if you actually sat down with the front desk and said, this is what the ad looks like. They click submit. They go to this landing page or lead generation form. They actually fill out the name, number, and email, or Facebook sometimes auto does it. Like you bring it, you dumb it down, you teach them, and then they push submit, and then they call, and then I show them every single email the lead gets. I show them every single text message the lead gets. Now literally at the end of every train, they are all like, oh, that makes sense now. Like it's a bulb that goes off. So I will spend that initial time, train them. If I need to come back in a month or 2 months because I see it's still not working, I'll train again. Yeah. I'll record the videos and make sure they watch them and call me right after. So that's part of it, training the front desk. Like I told you, with this new program, I'm gonna fly someone out to go train the front desk if I have to. And then the other thing that's really, so once you have the front desk on your team, I also create incentives for them, right? So if they do close and if they do book so many patients in that month, they get a pizza party or they get monetary bonuses or whatever bonus that you're willing to give. Like even something as simple as a $5 Little Caesar pizza, just buy 5 of them. You know, that's $25, guys, off of your $2,500 revenue or whatever. It's worth the money because now the front desk is on your side. So they're your advocates. They're going to sell for you. Now they have incentive, even though they're at $12 an hour. The other thing I do is I do spot the first 3 months. I spot check a lot. I spot check their voice calls. It's really important. And this is the other key. I don't only yell at them. Like I know you love yelling. I love yelling. I yell. And I send the bad calls usually to the manager to then sit with them to listen and fix it. But I also send the good calls too. So if I hear a call that's like badass, I send it to the manager. I'm like, you guys rock. That was awesome. Yeah. And then they share it with the whole team and the whole team listens. So they're like, think of the front desk as like a little kid. You need to praise them, not just bring them down. Yeah. So they're going to now book a lot more appointments for you. On top of that, and this was not my trick, this was a Nick Robbins trick, 100%. We went on the cruise, the Modern Profits cruise in Orlando, and we were talking about no-shows and all this stuff. And he said, oh, we implemented this where once they click submit, they go into a custom audience. You take a portion of your monthly budget, and now you just bombard them with retargeting ads. And he did the retargeting ads different than I do because he likes to do videos and stuff like. I'm not a big video advocate right now because it's just not converting as high. So what I did was, but I still took his concept and I went on Google. I pulled all the reviews that mentioned that product, so dental implants, and I put pictures of like 5 stars and Google reviews or whatever, making it pretty that it was obviously about reviews, even a picture of the doctors or whatever. And then all I did was quote the actual review at the bottom and say, click below to call now. And they're just they're either traffic or reach campaigns, but they're only going to that audience. Yeah. And actually, I think it was Jeff Lopez called me the other day, say, how much are you actually spending on that? And I think I told him in the past 5 months, I pulled the number. It was like $400 to retarget those leads and bombard them with like 5 to 10 different ads about reviews, about how awesome this office is. And the Facebook, this is funny. Facebook actually called me it was like 2 days ago. and they said, oh, we've been watching your campaigns. You might want to change this. We see that you have these campaigns running
Your
that
frequency is so high.
That have a frequency of 5 to 7. And they're like, you really want to change that? I'm like, I really do not. He's like, no, but you don't understand. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I'm like, you don't understand that this is my strategy, and it's getting people to actually walk through the door and spend money. Want to try again? Like, Facebook is the worst. I hate when they try to educate you. Like, that whole conversation with that guy was horrible because he said, you're doing this wrong. And I'm like, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it was so horrible.